afternoon and welcome to GrainTV. Today's January 27th, 2012. I'm Logan Burgess. To my right is Brock Shimano. Brock, kind of a mixed trade in Chicago today. It looked like we saw corn settle up 7 1/4, soybeans down 3 3/4, and wheat down 6 in Chicago, 9 on the Kansas City contract. You know, kind of a mixed trade here. Where does that leave us for the weekly changes here?
A little bit of a different story in the weekly changes. We were bullish across the board for all the agricultural commodities. Corn was up 30 1/4, soybeans up 32. Chicago wheat leading us to the upside all week long, up 36 3/4, and Kansas City was following right along, up 33 for the week.
Yeah, you know, Brock, one thing that's kind of been helping out futures market here as of late has been a cash market. Let's take some time here on a Friday afternoon to take a look where we sit at for spot corn basis right now across the country. You can see here the blue line is March 12 corn futures. The red line is average spot basis of corn. You can kind of really see that January 12th report there. We had a limit down trade, and basis has responded accordingly. You know, we heard from a lot of elevators that farmers weren't selling grain after that January 12th report, so they had to add a few cents onto their basis there to give them an incentive to come in and market that grain. We saw basis up 6 cents just since the report. Where does that kind of leave us from a historical standpoint? Take a look here. We're well above both the 5-year max and the 5-year average for basis on spot corn delivery. If I'm a producer right now, I'm going to take a serious look at my cash market in my area and think about pricing, at least locking in some basis here at these levels.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. Come back, we're going to talk about South American weather as well as hard red winter wheat greenness.
I used to have several sites. Now I kind of like the grower's edge. It gives me that cash max. You can tell it which markets you're looking for, and it will tell you what your highest net back is based on the price they're paying at that time and the basis that they're paying. And that's pretty handy because I don't have to go to so many different sites.
Welcome back to GrainTV. Well, Logan, over the last couple of weeks, we've seen South American weather concerns come to the forefront of the futures market, driving corn and soybeans higher. Does it look like there's any changes coming over the weekend?
Well, Brock, it looks like there may be early into next week. Take a look here at maps provided by Planalytics. You can see that kind of the same story we saw developing late in this week is going to carry through the weekend here. A wet southern Brazil and a relatively dry northern Argentina. Saturday into Sunday, kind of the same story. We might be seeing a little bit of the story change here coming Sunday into Monday. Some spotty rain coming into areas of northern Argentina that the corn trade's been focused on. And then Monday into Tuesday, even more so. You know, the corn trade's really going to be watching that. Expect any sizable amount of rain coming into northern Argentina to keep a lid on that corn trade, which has really been rallying as of late. That's kind of what we're looking for out of the South American picture. You know, we saw some news come out regarding the winter wheat crop here in the U.S. Can you take us through what we saw there?
Yeah, the only crop in the ground right now is winter wheat, and in particular hard red winter wheat for our southern plains area. What we're looking at here is a vegetation greenness map provided by our friends over at Planalytics. If you take a look at southern Oklahoma and northern Texas, we really see quite a substantial amount of increased greenness over the last few weeks. This as opposed to last year when we actually had quite a severe drought going on down there.
Right.
So it's good to see these encouraging signs for the hard red winter wheat producers in that area. Something we'll have to pay attention to as we head into spring, as we see that they do have a pretty good start to their crop there. An area of concern, though, is the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma. Continued dryness there. We'll have to see how this turns out as we move towards spring.
Certainly. Well, we'll keep you posted here on GrainTV regarding the health of that winter wheat crop as we move toward planting. That wraps up our show here for Friday afternoon. Thanks for joining us on GrainTV. Have a great weekend.